Alright, here we go. The first ever Ghosts of Tsushima video. I am very close to the end of the first part of the game. You can see here the map on the first part. Everything's mostly cleared out except for 3 red big areas and then finally that castle that I have to go to. So I'm deciding which of these 3 big red areas I'm going to do first. I think I decided to do this one here on the east, and then I have to get to that. Now I've already done one big red area, which was called Liberate some kind of dojo. So I kind of had an idea what they were like, and I decided to save the remaining ones for the end. One of the things, the way I'm going to start this battle off is I'm going to start it off by doing a standoff. So I have to change my armor to my fighting armor. I thought at one time that if you do a standoff that you'll have to face every single bad guy in the place, but that's not actually true. They're spread out far enough that a lot of them won't even know you're there. So you can do the standoff. You're not committing to fighting everybody.
Fight me.
The standoff, at least at this point in the game, is a good way to get, 2 free kills. So now the funny thing is, at this point I expected to be rushed by a bunch of guys, and I was ready for a big fight. But actually nobody else came. Those were the only 2 guys. So it was kind of anticlimactic standoff. And now I'm going to have to go back and just keep invading another way. I realized with these levels, I used to do the entire things by stealth, and that's the way I always did them in Horizon too. And I just realized that with so many guys, it really takes a long time, and you don't really have to be so afraid. Like, one of the things I'm learning about this game is that it's actually really easy to fight a lot of guys, because not only is the standard melee system with parrying kind of easy, but also all the special weapons that you get. So I usually like to climb up and see if I can pick guys off from an archer tower. It doesn't exactly go that well here. Everything gets kind of messed up, but I'm able to kill at least some guys. And at this point in the game, I have a ton of arrows because I have all these different arrow types. I have 2 different bows and 2 different types of arrows on each bow, so it's actually a lot of arrows. So I can kill a lot of guys just from shooting at guys. Now I do have the auto aim on. It's one of the accessibility options. It's disconnected from the difficulty setting. This is medium difficulty, but I realize it does make it a lot easier. Basically, the target will lock onto a guy. You still have to adjust it to get a headshot, but it'll lock onto a guy. So here I realize I've been seen, so I'm getting ready to do a fight up on top of this platform. And I've done a bunch of fights on these platforms before. They're kind of funny, and usually I'm able to do really well, because the enemy is kind of confused. He doesn't really quite know what to do. As you can see, they're not really attacking me, and I'm not attacking them. I'm sort of trying to give them a chance to hit me first so that I can parry them, which is how I normally fight in this game. I let them swing first. But eventually something bad happens and I end up getting tossed off here, so yeah, like that. So much for that idea. Now here's sort of more of the cluster that I was expecting to happen. And I thought that was going to be a smoke bomb. It wasn't, but here I switched to the smoke bombs. And I love these smoke bombs because once you hit the smoke bomb, you can start doing assassinations. And you can do chain assassinations, which ends up meaning just a whole bunch of really fast sort of one-hit auto kills. And you can see here, I'm taking out tons of dudes. Although I guess I wasn't totally immune. They did bust through eventually. Even these big boys with the shields can be parried, which is what I just did there. And then the boss man, he can be parried too. But what did I do instead? Instead, I threw a sticky bomb at him. So that's the thing. This game gives you an abundance of tools that most of them will get you an automatic kill. Like smoke bombs give you a ton of kills. The kunai, little throwing, ninja star type things, more or less get you a kill because they distract the enemy, and then you can just run up and slice them up. The sticky bombs pretty much give you a guaranteed kill. And this game features the same thing that Horizon and some other games have, where you can slow down time while you're aiming your bow. So you can get a lot of close distance headshots, which will be pretty much auto kills if you slow down time. So if the guy's approaching you, aim the bow, slow down time, and you can pretty much get a headshot. So I decided to switch back to my stealthy armor because I realized there's a bunch more guys, and so I just decided I would fight them in a sort of a stealthy way. And here I tried something that I've yet to try. This was my first time ever using the Firecracker. The Firecracker is an upgraded version of the Wind Chime, which is like throwing a rock in Horizon. It just distracts the enemy. It lures them to a place, and then you can stealth sneak attack them or whatever. In this case, I thought I was going to bring over 2 guys, and I was going to do a chain assassination, but only brought over 1 guy. I've got my, like I said, I'm kind of towards the end of the first part of the game, and I've been playing everything, so I'm pretty well upgraded. I have a lot of different abilities now, including the ability to hear guys at a great distance, which means see the red outlines. That's actually pretty useful for figuring out how many guys are left. This game doesn't do the thing that Last of Us did. I think in Last of Us, after you killed the last guy, your character always would say something like, I think that's all of them. Horizon might have done the same thing. But this game doesn't do that, so sometimes you don't quite know. This is an example of the chain assassination. This is the first game I've ever seen to have that. Basically a stealth attack that you can do to 2 guys. You have to upgrade that, of course. You don't start with that. So I use this armor, I use the samurai armor, and I use the wanderer traveler armor, and they each have like different set of charms that specialize in what they do. And so this guy is for like stealthing around. And I think that was meant to kill 2 guys, and I think it did. That was the explosive arrow. And let's see here. This back here is a pig. I thought maybe it was a dog. I invaded one place that had enemy dogs. This seems to just be like a pig that wandered in here. He didn't even give me predator hides, which was very annoying because I need as many of those as I can get. So far, I think that the stealth in this game is actually pretty easy. Easier than Horizon. More forgiving, and it's easier to stealth a lot of guys quickly. So is archery. I mean, 1-hit headshots, and not a lot of guys wear helmets. And if they did wear a helmet, there's an arrow that can break through helmets. So it's just really easy. That might be everybody, actually. So I think that's everybody. So what I'm going to do now is switch to my Wanderer armor. I keep calling it Wanderer Traveler armor. This is what I wear when I'm running around grabbing stuff because I get bonuses. Like, see, it says 6 supplies, but then it's going to say, well, hold on, wait till I grab another supplies. So I can pick that up. It says 17 supplies, and then it's going to say, it's going to give me a little bonus, 13 supplies. So I think that's like 13 free supplies. Just because I've got the charm on that gives me extra when I pick stuff up. Not only the low value stuff. I don't get extra like iron and stuff like that. That would be cool. But I get the low value stuff. Mostly supplies. I get extra supplies. So this is the part where I switch to this outfit, run around, grab everything, pick up everything. All these guys are dead. I realize with these camps, the goals aren't really to kill all the guys. The goal is to like sneak around and collect these things and eventually light the wheelbarrow on fire at the end. So you could, in theory, like not fight anybody and just end up sneaking around, lighting the thing on fire, blowing the whole place up, and kind of laughing while everyone burns up. That might be fun. And you really don't get anything for killing all the guys either. I mean, they drop things, but generally, well, some of them do drop supplies. A lot of times they just drop, weapons, but those are the same weapons that you had to use to kill them in the first place. So, I don't think they don't drop like, you don't get experience or like your legend doesn't go up just because you killed a lot of guys. But I also find that like, at least on medium difficulty, I'm always very well stocked on all my resources. Usually you run around the camp like this after you've killed everybody and you find tons of stuff to refill everything. So you end up having it all. So yeah, this game, on medium difficulty so far, this game's actually been very easy. Well, it didn't start very easy, but as I started to level up, it started to get more and more easy as I started to get different abilities. My fear is that once I enter the second stage, they're going to sort of upgrade everybody, but I won't be upgraded, and so everything will become sort of harder. But I'm finding that like it's really easy to kill guys with stealth. It's really easy to kill guys with all the special throwing weapons and equipment that they give you with the bow. And even melee combat is really pretty easy because if you just do Sekiro-style deflections, the timing is not that hard to do. I think it's easier than Sekiro, and all you have to do is, just wait, and then when he attacks you, do the deflect, and it'll kind of push him to the side, and then you just hack away at him a few times. And with normal enemies, you have to do that one time. The slightly stronger enemies, you have to do that 2 times. And then in the bosses that I've faced in the duels, I've had to do maybe 4 times, 4 deflections and counterattack sequences, and then they're dead. Some of them have the flashing lights attacks, which if it flashes a blue light, I can parry those now because I upgraded a skill to do that. And if it's a red light, I can't parry it. I do have to dodge that one. But it's really easy. You can do like a Bloodborne style sidestep. And I find that the timing's not hard if you can remember to do it. Half the time I try to deflect anyway. I'm not fast enough to respond, but that just means they get one hit on me. I mean, they don't kill me. And most enemies will do, if they hit you with like if they do like a non-deflectable attack, their next attack will be a deflectable. So it's rare that they'll get you like twice in a row. So even if you fail, even if you just try to deflect everything and you fail on the ones that are non-deflectable, you'll still win the battle. And you won't run out of HP. Here I'm just running around like an idiot because my controller is vibrating and it's making me think that I need to find something in here. I realized later that if you just once you blow this place up, you can see everything. Now at this point, I still thought I was going to have to fight a duel when this was over, because the big red place I fought before had a boss at the end. So I changed into my dueling armor, and I get ready. I'm all set to fight a boss, but there was no boss. It seems that not all of these big red places have bosses, so there may not be any more. But anyway, Ghost of Tsushima. I'm really liking this game. It's easy, but to me that's fun, I like just going in and crushing everybody rather than getting killed a lot. That's not fun for me. So I've been having a good time with this. I'll make some more videos maybe as I get further. I hope things don't get too much harder and I don't get more frustrated, because so far I like this a lot. All right, that's it.